Alright you lot, time to strap in and grab your overpriced RGB energy drink, because today we're diving headfirst into a topic more pointless than your mate's KD bragging rates. Console wars. Xbox, PlayStation, PC, who gives a toss? It's 2025, not 2005, yet some of you lot are still out here waving flags for billion-pound corporations like they'll pay your rent. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe and all that bollocks. It helps the channel grow and keeps me caffeinated. Stops me from having to sell me nan's telly. Right, let's crack on. Alright, let's stroll down memory lane. Back when Sega and Nintendo were battling it out like two drunks outside a Yorkshire pub, back then, console wars made sense. You had Sonic versus Mario, cartridges versus CDs, and adverts telling you,
what Nintendo?
It was like watching two tech giants slap each other with novelty format, and we loved it. But then 2000s hit, and things got weird. Xbox rolls up to the scene like new kid in school with a big backpack and even bigger ambition. PlayStation, on the other hand, were already top dog, with PlayStation 2 selling like beer at a festival. Rivalry went from playful banter to an all-out digital pissing contest. Suddenly it wasn't about games, what about specs, sales figures, which console had most exclusives? And don't get me started on PC Master Race nonsense, like anyone's impressed with your water-cooled rig with RGB lighting. Here's the thing though, this tribalism were mostly fueled by marketing. These companies aren't your mates. They're soulless corporations looking to milk your wallet dry. And you lot, you fell for it, hook, line and teraflop. Now fast forward to today, and it's even more absurd. We've got grown adults squabbling over frame rate, resolution, and whether Game Pass is better than PlayStation Plus. Spoiler alert, it don't bloody matter. You're not in a war, you're just yelling into void while execs at Microsoft and Sony sip champagne from solid gold goblets. So why are we still here, debating this crap? It's time to wake up, smell overpriced merch, and remember why you started gaming in the first place. But love at games. Console wars are as outdated as MySpace. Let's talk about sheer futility of arguing over Xbox and PlayStation in 2025. First off, what exactly are you fighting for? Bragging rates? Mate, if your biggest flex is owning one plastic box over another, you might need a hobby, maybe knitting or collecting beer mats. Both consoles are essentially the same, similar specs, same games, and even the controllers look like they were designed by some bloke on his lunch break. Sure, Xbox has Game Pass, PlayStation has a few more exclusives, but at the end of the day, you're playing Call of Duty on both of them and still getting wrecked by 12-year-olds on headsets. And don't even get me started on exclusive games argument. Back in the day, exclusives meant something. Crash Bandicoot, Halo, God of War. Now half of them are just timed exclusives or eventually end up on PC anyway. So what's the point? You're not winning out, and console you're defending doesn't even care about you. You're just another statistic in the sales report. Meanwhile, while you lot are bickering over teraflops and ray tracing, PC gamers are offering their own little bubble, smirking smugly with their overpriced rigs. But it's kicker. Most of those PC lads are playing the same bloody games you are. Like arguing over who's got better shovel while digging the same hole. Bottom line, it don't matter whether you're Team Xbox, PlayStation or even PC. At the end of the day, only thing that matters is whether you're having fun. If your idea of having fun is arguing with strangers online about load times and console designs, you might need to touch grass. Now, PC Master Race. Self-proclaimed kings of gaming. If console wars are playground spats, PC elitists are smug kids who bought the lunch from Waitrose and won't shut up about it. They love to bang on about the water-cooled RGB-infested rigs that can run games at 8K, 240 FPS, with textures so sharp they'll cut your eyeballs. Impressive? Sure. Necessary? Absolutely not. Let's face it, PC gaming is a glorified dick measuring contest. Oh, my GPU is bigger than yours. I overclock my CPU so hard it doubles as a toaster. Great, mate. But while you're faffing about with drivers and BIOS updates, I'm already halfway through my campaign on a console that just works when I turn it on. And here's kicker. Most of these PC diehards are playing the same bloody games everyone else is. You're not some elite, bespoke gamer because you've got an RTX 4090. You're still loading up Fortnite or Warzone and getting slapped by someone on a £200 Xbox Series S. Congratulations on those high refresh rates. Shame it didn't help you hit your shots. Now don't get me wrong, PC gaming has its perks. Mods are brilliant, Steam sales are practically a national holiday, And yeah, mouse and keyboard are great for aiming, but elitism? That's where you lose me. Acting like consoles are for peasants and your aristocracy of gaming just makes you look like a wanker. Newsflash, nobody cares about your rig, mate. You're not building a nuclear reactor, you're playing games. Whether you're on a high-end PC, a console, or even a bloody Steam Deck, it's all the same. Gaming's supposed to bring people together, not turn you into a gatekeeping prat. So, PC gamers, here's some advice. Get off your high horse, lower your settings to humble, and just enjoy damn games like the rest of us. You might find it's a lot more fun when you're not trying to win a hardware pissing contest. You know what's worse though? This obsession with nitpicking every bloody detail of a game. Oh, the frame rate dips by 3 FPS on one cutscene. Or, the shadows aren't perfectly rendered at 4K. Who hell notices that? They playing a game or running a bloody science experiment. You're so focused on finding flaws, maybe a problem in game. It's you. Here's a radical thought. Stop caring about specs, resolution and all that bollocks, and just lose yourself in experience. Remember what it felt like first time you booted up Halo or Skyrim? That sense of awe, discovery, and pure joy. That's what gaming's about. Not endless measuring of pixels and polygons. So to all fanboys, elitists, and pixel counters, get a rest. Pick up a controller, a mouse, or whatever hell you use and just play. Because at the end of the day, best platform is one that makes you forget world for a bit and reminds you why you fell in love with gaming in the first place. Right then, don't forget to join Discord server. It's like a pub chat, but with fewer drunken brawls and more memes. Follow me on Twitter for quick rants, updates, and occasional spicy tech that will get me into trouble. And if you're feeling extra generous, consider joining channel memberships for exclusive content, behind scenes chaos, and cheeky shoutouts. All links you need are down in the description, but most importantly, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and leave your comments and questions below. I might just feature them in a video. I'll see you next time, you magnificent